Alright, so we're back again, and the transmission has made it up.
Attempt 2 went way better.
Turns out the clutch alignment tool that I had was not very good at its job, which was aligning the clutch. So it was a little bit, I didn't notice it when I put the clutch on originally, but it sagged a little bit, and it was all wrong. So I picked up a new clutch alignment tool from Flows, I don't know, they're guys in Ireland, they ship stuff from Ireland, and it comes super fast, and they're great dudes. So yeah, so we got the clutch on, got the transmission in, and we're gonna work on throwing it in the engine right now. So alright, so it's super hot, but we powered through and we're ready for the big reveal. Boom. There's an engine in my Corolla for the first time in a year. I'm pretty happy about that. So it's all downhill from here. Wiring. Gotta put the throttles on. Oh, one of my rags came out. Throttles, injectors, stuff like that, but should be pretty simple. So, but I think that's probably it for today, because I look like I just came back from the pool and I want a drink. So, next time. Alright guys, so we're working on the throttle bodies right now. I'm gonna sit. Alright, so this is what we got right here. This is the actual, I don't know, I guess you could call it housing, maybe, not sure. But what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna use the big impact to take off the original fuel feed, as well as probably this one, because it's pretty stuck on there too. I think that's a vacuum. And then we're gonna use the wire wheel to try and clean this up a little bit. And then I've got to use the Dremel to bore out the holes for the injectors here, because my new 1000cc Beechworks top feed injectors are just a hair too big. So we're going to Dremel that out so that that fits. And yeah, so I will update you in a bit. Alright, so I started dremeling out for the injector, and my Dremel is pretty much boned, so I'm going to have to borrow Carter's Dremel later. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this piece right here for the new throttle linkage. It's the pull down style. So yeah, let's do that right now. Voila, so that part has been removed, and now we can put the new throttle linkage on here. Alright guys, we're back again. You know, just plugging away, making some progress on the AE86. So, as you saw in one of the last clips, we got the engine in the car. So pretty. Then I got the throttle bodies cleaned up. Got the velocity stacks on them. I got the, this is the MRP top feed fuel rail conversion. And then I got the Beechworks 1000cc injectors. I had to Dremel out a little bit to get those in, but those are good. I do need to get new connectors because the Beechworks uses like the universal style, and I guess this uses the OE style, this harness that I have. So no big deal there. Still waiting to hear back from Battle Garage on, I got one, these are R35 coil packs. I got one coil pack that had a different tip on the end, and it was not fitting. So they're gonna be getting back to me on that. I've got the header installed here. I just got the wideband sensor, at least in the header. I gotta wire it up still. It's a AM, you know, pretty standard. But yeah, so we've got the first fuel line here. I haven't cut it to size yet. So we gotta hook up the micro glass AE86 fuel filter, and then run our line from here to our fuel rail, from our fuel rail out to the fuel pressure regulator, and then return back to the tank in the back. And I don't know that I have shown this yet, but the tank, it's actually made by AE86, and it's like a an all-in-one thing. So I was looking at different fuel cell options. You know, am I going to run the stock fuel tank? Am I going to run a fuel cell? And I was looking at what was it? It's one of the really popular brands. I can't remember the name off the top of my head real quick right now, but it was about 800 bucks for a fuel cell, which, I mean, I guess that's pretty standard for like a nice fuel cell. But this was 800 bucks for the whole thing. So it came with the level sending, the hanger and fuel pump, everything all ready to go. So it was best bang for the buck, really easy. So I just decided to go with that. I did already have a Walbro 450, but I think Carter's gonna end up utilizing that on the Z31.
Yep.
So all is well. We're just kind of trying to get this stuff knocked out. I think I'm going to work on throwing in the wideband gauge, which I guess also acts as the sensor, or the not the sensor, the controller. So we'll get that done, figure out where we got to pin it into the ECU. The wiring harness, I'm still kind of trying to figure out what we're going to do, because we're going to be running E85 in this. So I've got an AM flex fuel sensor. I got to wire that. There's a digital input on the harness, so that's pretty easy. Really, it's just the wideband that I got to figure out, and then a couple of little connectors that got to figure out what they go to. So, but other than that, things are progressing pretty well. I'm pretty happy about it. I really want to be able to drive this car here pretty soon. So we're going to get back at it, and enjoy some time lapse.
Yo, what's going on, guys? We've been working a couple hours here. Justin's working on the top of the engine, struggling with the fuel system right now because there's dash 6 and dash 8 fittings are a pain in the ass because the stuff keeps the braided hose keeps flaring out. But we were working on the bottom of the car too, so we got the drive shaft in. We got the new carrier bearing installed too. Spins way better than it was before. This thing was a little shaky at times, so that should be helpful. Make you feel a lot more confident. Justin also got the wideband O2 in at the back of the header there. So we're gonna continue struggling with the fuel system, get that taken care of, and possibly look at what we need to do to repin the harness. So catch you guys up in a bit.
Alright, so after struggling with these AN lines for a little bit, we've got our feed. Not necessarily final resting point, but fairly close. So it's starting to come together here. Carter's working on getting the slave cylinder installed on there.
Yeah, I need another piece of hardware like this.
Slowly running out of hardware. Well, she looks good.
That it does.
Other than all these wires in front here, we'll have to figure out a better way to route that, but it's coming together. All right, so I think we're gonna call it here. Got a good amount done today. We started trying to fit the radiator, and it looks like at one point, which we already knew this, at one point this car was in some sort of front end collision, whether it was drifted or what. So that'll take a little bit of modification to get that radiator to fit in there. But yeah, so yeah, until next time, like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more. Goodbye.